I'm in series mode, which limits the output to half of parallel mode, but can achieve higher voltage. The mode used must match how the output of the test set is connected. Series mode is useful to get enough voltage for these smaller breakers, or if we're dealing with long leads. Now let's check the pickup. We're set at 3000 amps, so I'll just hit play. The system will send small pulses to reach 88% of the current. Then it will start sending 100 millisecond pulses, gradually increasing the current output until we get a trip. Let's do that. I'll hit play. The system is now finding the current and reaching the 88% mark. Now we're running the pulses. The system is sending 100 millisecond pulses and gradually increasing them until we hit the trip point. And there we go. We've got the trip. The value has been recorded. Now we'll move on. I'll reclose the breaker and perform the timing test. My breaker is closed. The system knows exactly what output it took to get to 202,950 amps. At this point, I can adjust the test value. I could set it to 120%, 150%, or whatever value I prefer. Most companies test at the default value of 110% because that gives you a little bit above the pickup, ensuring you're not too close to the transition point where it might not trip instantaneously. Let me set this to 120%, which equals 3,600 amps. I'll change it again to 130%, just to demonstrate. Now the system knows it's 3,900 amps. Whatever value I enter, it knows exactly where to target for the test. Let's give it a shot and see how long it takes to trip at 130%. I'll hit play. As you can see, the system is now sending out a quick pulse. There it is. The trip occurred in 44.6 milliseconds. Now, if you enter your timing values, the system will calculate and display the results. Once the test is completed, it will show OK on your data sheet. Some people don't bother timing instantaneous trips, but I personally believe timing is an essential part of the test, especially for airframe breakers. If the timing is off, it usually indicates that the mechanism or the grease inside is either gummed up or not properly lubricated. In many breaker shops, I've seen cases where they run the timing test and the breaker is out of spec. However, after a bit of maintenance and lubrication, the timing test results look perfect. So a timing test is a great way to assess the health of the mechanical mechanism. It shows how quickly the breaker reacts, and that can tell you a lot about the internal condition of the breaker. And that's it for the instantaneous test. Thank you for watching.